Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Dylan here. We have a major bombshell. Former President Clinton is now in the hospital after developing a fever. And we are going to be discussing why this is happening and, his condition. So before we jump in, we're going to read the Bible. We're going to pray because God comes first. Amen. Comment amen down below if you believe that. Today's Bible reading is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Amen. So comment amen down below. Merry Christmas, my friends. We have a huge bombshell today. Bill Clinton, a lot of people are saying that Bill Clinton was very terrified for Trump victory because Trump, a lot of people are speculating that he's going to be released in the Epstein list. And that Bill Clinton, obviously, good friend with Epstein, he traveled with him several times, got massages from some of the one of the alleged victims of Epstein, and we're gonna expose the truth today. Okay, so let's jump in. So these are the photos that have been surfacing around Bill Clinton getting a massage. This is an Epstein accuser. So this is in an airport where allegedly they took a stop on the Lolita Express together, and this was one of the females that was Epstein's personal masseuses. And if you know anything about the Epstein documents, which I'm sure many of you, if not every one of you watching this has read cover to cover, Ghislaine Maxwell would bring in a lot of Epstein's victims through masseusing, promising them, hey, if you come into to work for Epstein as a masseuse, we'll train you, we'll get you massage therapy certification, you'll travel the world for free, you'll go to all these, fancy islands, travel the world, go to these exotic places, and we'll pay you very well. Epstein did not like girls with tattoos. So if you had a tattoo, you would get docked $100. So instead of getting $200 per massage, your pay would go down to $100. And if you had no tattoos, you'd be at $200. And then if you would do more with Epstein, then they'd bump you up to $300, right? And back in the day, $300 for a little massage, a little extra. That and traveling the world for free, going on private jets, having all these connections, promising all this money from Ghislaine and Epstein. That was convincing to a lot of young girls who had no other job, right? And in exchange, they get free massage certification. So anyways, all that being said, Bill Clinton getting massage from one of these women doesn't look too good. If you analyze this photo, it looks like Bill is very used to getting a massage. And he looks very, very comfortable getting a massage. And he's grinning ear to ear. He's grinning ear to ear. And a lot of people speculate, well, now that Trump won, what's going to happen with the Epstein files? What's going to happen? Because Bill Clinton spent a lot of time in the Lolita Express. So is Bill Clinton, what's going to happen to Bill? What's going to happen to Hillary? It's a creepy interior, remains intact, including, don't even want to say that. Yeah, there were a lot of red chairs in there as well. And if you take a look at most of the chairs, a lot of them could be used or converted into beds. A lot of them had, big flat surfaces on them. When you get inside the aircraft, it's a playground. Everything lays out to be a bed, the aviation consultant said. This is not a typical normal aircraft, right? Typically, the aircraft is set up for business meetings, doing business. But this aviation consultant said it's not like the aircraft is set up for a business meeting, because it's not. There's no chairs for anyone to sit in, except for the light flat chairs. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. So take a listen. Now, Bill Clinton, breaking news, he went to the hospital.
It was that former President Clinton is in the hospital tonight. What do we know about that?
Yeah, Maggie, we understand that he was taken to MedStar Georgetown Hospital here in Washington a little bit earlier today for testing and for observation after he developed a fever. We're told, our team has been told by sources that by the former president's deputy chief of staff, as a matter of fact, that he is in good spirits, that he's receiving, he's grateful for the care that he's receiving as well at the hospital here. We also understand that this situation has been described as not an urgent one. that the former president will be fine and that he's in good spirits again as he's being checked out in the hospital here in Washington. Of course, this is something that gets attention, both because he is a former president, but also because we know that Bill Clinton has had health issues in the past. He spent some time in the hospital in California a couple of years ago after an infection. We know, of course, that he had quadruple bypass surgery back in 2004. And also had some follow-up surgeries after that. And so, of course, we're just sort of paying attention when these sorts of things happen. But again, the expectation here is that this is just a visit for some testing, for some observation, and the former president is fine, Maggie.
Dare I say that there's karma going on? Remember, Bill Clinton had an affair with Monica Lewinsky. And he admitted to it, right? He admitted to the affair. And it's just pretty strange, you know?
Have a relationship with, Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong. It constituted a critical lapse in judgment and a personal failure on my part for which I am solely and completely responsible.
Yep, you're solely and completely responsible for. But remember when he denied the affair? Just a little bit earlier? Like,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
So how are we supposed to trust you now if you lied about it in the past? Very fishy things going on with Bill Clinton.
For Bill Clinton is a predator who somehow became the most powerful man in the world and used that awesome power to prey further on innocent women who dared walk into his office. Bill Clinton then left the White House and immediately became best friends with Jeffrey Epstein, flying on the Lolita Express 27 different times to Little St. James, where he did unspeakable things, and he's never had to suffer any consequences for that. Not even.
Yeah, people are saying he's panicking over Trump potentially releasing the list. Pretty nuts.
That then you should do what Joe Biden's family should have done, what any of these monsters should have done, Jimmy Carter, and say, you're past your prime, off to pasture with you. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Clinton, who's had a very tough history with his health, is back in the hospital. Former President Bill Clinton, 78, has been hospitalized. This is breaking news right now. Former President Bill Clinton, 78, has been hospitalized on Monday, undergoing testing and developing a fever. Clinton's deputy chief of staff wrote on X that the former president was admitted to MedStar Georgetown University Hospital in Washington, D.C., but is doing just fine.
Angel Urania. That's the same freaking dude who said all that crap about, oh, Bill Clinton never visited the island with Epstein. So I don't trust Angel Urena when they say Bill's doing just fine. He remains in good spirits and deeply appreciates the excellent care he is receiving. It's not an emergency situation. He's developing a fever. I don't know about you. Typically, you don't get freaking rushed to the hospital in a non-emergency situation. Typically, you just go to the freaking doctor. Or you have a doctor come visit you if it's not an emergency. So I'm a little skeptical. I think something bad's going on with Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton says he couldn't sleep after the 2016 election. I mean, Hillary and Bill. I mean, Bill looked pissed that he was forced to, kind of lock down with Hillary. He's like, crap. I gotta hang out with my wife. Shoot. He's like, I'd rather be with a younger woman. Someone who can keep up with me, like Monica. You know what's crazy is Monica Lewinsky? Freaking Monica Lewinsky endorsed Kamala Harris. If that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what does. So, anyways, guys, major bombshell today with Bill. Let me know your thoughts down below.